Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. As we enter the final day of the NBA regular season, it's time for me to take a look at some of these NBA odds with 28 teams on tap for you this evening. I've already given you some of my NBA picks of the day. However, it's time to take a look at some teams who could afford to lose tonight. Now, no team's really going to be tanking, I think, tonight, as the Lakers have already secured keeping their draft pick. However, could see some teams, I think, rest some starters tonight, really not really gun for a win too much tonight, and it could be a good bet to fade them here this evening. So we'll start it off with the Portland Trail Blazers, who have already wrapped up their division, will be guaranteed at least a home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs here because of that. And interestingly enough, they're playing the Dallas Mavericks here tonight, another team that's locked into their playoff seeding. So the Portland Trail Blazers and the Dallas Mavericks, two interesting teams that could both rest starters against one another here tonight. However, the Blazers have already announced that they're going to play LaMarcus Aldridge and rest Nick Batum. No word from the Dallas camp, however. They did rest their three aging veterans, Monte Ellis, Tyson Chandler, and Dirk Nowitzki, all on Monday night. I would be very surprised if any of those guys played tonight as well against the Portland Trail Blazers. However, Dallas still a 7-point favorite here tonight, opened at 3.5. So very interesting lines for the Blazers and the Mavericks, but could be a game to avoid the spread altogether. I have a bet on the total for this game over in the NBA Picks of the Day article, so take a look over on that one. But neither Portland or Dallas really probably going to be gunning for a win here this evening. Another West team that's wrapped everything up is the Golden State Warriors, a team who obviously has had the #1 overall seed wrapped up for a while. They've still been playing. I think it's been a pretty smart move by Steve Kerr. They've avoided serious injury all season, and they really have a young team still. And Steve Kerr wants to keep their motivation and their focus keen here heading into the playoffs. But tonight, the last day of the regular season with the playoffs this weekend, I think I would be very, very surprised to see these Warriors starters suit up tonight against the Denver Nuggets. So the final game of the season, they'll know pretty much everybody's standings and possibly who they're going to play even by the time their game kicks off, because Oklahoma City's game will likely be almost over by the time they tip off here at 10:30. So I would be very surprised if Golden State played their starters here tonight. It might be a pretty good bet actually to take points. The plus 11 with Denver right now would be a really risky move, I think, because Golden State's not rested anybody between the clinching and now, so it'll be very interesting to see what they do here tonight. But in arguably the most highly anticipated NBA playoffs in Golden State Warriors franchise history, it would be a shame if one of their starters went down tonight with an injury that prevented them from playing in the first round of the playoffs or something like that. Similarly to the Golden State Warriors, the Atlanta Hawks also wrapped up the #1 overall seed. They've been kind of staggering their rest a little bit, playing guys 20 minutes a game and playing their bench guys 20 minutes a game as well. Could be the same type of scenario for them tonight. However, they are playing Chicago, a team that, depending on where things end up tonight, they could play them in a second round playoff series. So it'll be very interesting to see. Paul Millsap's already been hurt though. He's been out with a shoulder sprain for this team, so don't expect them to be really risky tonight after already suffering an injury to probably their best player, putting his status a little bit in jeopardy. However, he has been practicing, still feeling a little pain though. However, I do not expect him to play tonight. Finally, the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks are two of my other teams on this list. They are both they are also playing one another tonight. Interesting scenario that they both locked up the 6th and 7th seeds respectively. So probably neither one of them are going to really be gunning for one tonight. The Bucks could probably play their starters a little bit more than the Celtics could, who are coming off of a back-to-back last night and a clinch last night. So look for the Bucks possibly to maybe be a little bit of a value here tonight at home at -6.5 if the Celtics rest some of their starters, but it's going to be an interesting one. I would probably lay off the spread on that one, go with a bet on the total like I have in my NBA picks of the day. So make sure you check those out as well. But until next time, I'm Jordan Sharp. Best of luck to you on all of your NBA picks tonight.